Hello.
Hello. Sorry,
Um,
sorry we're late. We were supposed to record this last week. And then I got sick and then I missed out on a bunch of stuff for my studies and then I had to catch up on my studies and now here we are
at 9 o'clock.
at 9 p.m.
Yep.
I guess who wants to go first?
Uh, let's share yours first.
Okay. Well,
Well, you've already finished. I haven't even started.
yeah, that's so true. I think I worked on this
You're so
for
real for that. Yeah, how long?
I think it was like maybe like 3 or 4 hours.
Oh,
I was kind
wow.
of unconscious for some of it, so
Okay.
um also pardon the weird warping that happens because I exported the time lapse in Procreate, but it was only like a minute or something long, and I was like, "Oh, that's not long enough." So I had
Oh,
so I had to slow it down and then apply a filter to it to make it go along smoother, the slow mo.
fair.
So if you're wondering why it looks the way it does, that's why. So
I thought it
yeah,
was because you were unconscious, and you have a hidden ability to be able to draw while you're asleep.
I mean, yes, that. How could I forget?
My
Anyway,
special ability.
all
Continue.
right. Anyway,
Let's see this
should just be a white
Michelangelo
screen.
level masterpiece.
It's it's not. I actually struggled a lot with it because I was like, what do I do with this?
Oh,
But anyway, I'll play it right now. This is the first piece that I'm done where it actually has a background that's perspective,
mm.
and I put a perspective grid in Procreate. And
Okay.
so the movie that I chose was Candyman from
Ooh.
1992. And
Okay.
there's this iconic scene in a parking garage, and I was like, it's pretty iconic, so I'll do that. So this is in that parking garage.
Yep.
And
How'd you shove it over like that? Your
uh
whole
that
perspective just changed.
that's probably just the weird warping. I think what happened
Ah,
was in reality I just resized it.
okay.
So yeah, funny thing, I've seen the Candyman remake. I actually haven't seen this one.
Ah, the original.
Yeah. I really want to though. It looks good.
It's a really underrated horror.
So
No
I've
one talks
heard.
about the Candyman.
I love the main actor in it, Tony Todd. He is such a beautiful voice. It's so weirdly haunting, but also inviting at the same time, and I don't know how that's possible.
Yep.
So yeah, there we go. There's me drawing Helen. Her hair was
Hmm.
uh, a challenge, even though I actually make her a silhouette later, so you don't see any of this.
Okay.
But again, I was like half unconscious, so
Fair.
I'm forgiven.
Whoa.
And there he is. There's the Candyman.
How can I see him? He's so far away.
Yeah, and I I was having trouble deciding what I was going to do with this piece and how I was going to stylize it. So
Whoa.
it's a bunch of ugly colors at the moment. Because I asked Kelvin what colors it should be, and he was like, it should be like purple and yellow and white, and I was like, okay,
Iconic horror color palette.
yeah, and I was like, all right, and then I did it, and then I was like, this doesn't look great. I'm sorry. So I think I ended up going with I ended up going with the poster for The Exorcist
Mm-hmm.
where he's like standing outside.
In the house, yeah.
Yeah, I kind of went with that angle, which you'll see later on,
Okay.
because this is it becomes sorry, it becomes completely desaturated. I take away all of
Ooh.
the color. That's me trying to do some of the shading, and I
Yep.
was like, I don't know what color to make it. Oh, maybe I'll make it black and white. Yeah, there we go. And
Yeah, that drastically changed from the nice, like, cool purple.
yep, and I did
Whoa.
this shadow on the ground like a few times because I was like, how do I, how do I make this? Anyway,
The way you had it first was good. I liked it when it was really long.
I think I did something similar to it at the end.
Yeah.
Um, but first I added in a bunch of
Oh, the
brightness.
blur. The blur on
Yeah,
the person in front looks good.
yeah, and then I did the windows to make it all dramatic
Ooh.
and stuff, and I just kind of did that whole thing, made it the same color as the rest of the
That's
floor.
so sick.
Thank you.
Jadzia,
Thank
I'm
you.
never trusting you again when you say, "Oh, I rushed it." Oh, I'm not skilled.
I wouldn't say I'm not skilled. It's just that I have a very weird standard for myself, that's all. And I added noise
Okay.
to it.
We are
And
our own worst critic, and I think that this is great. Ooh.
yep.
You've
And
added like a camera grain.
yes, I did.
That's cool. Like
And
the old 90s like camera recording quality.
mm-hmm. And if you look at the top right hand corner, you'll see me drawing a bee. Because bees are an important motif.
He's swarming with them.
They're an important
He's got
motif
bees
in the
coming
movie.
out of his nose.
And his mouth.
Who can make the sunshine? The
Actor,
Candyman.
I remember the actor actually did have bees in his mouth for that movie.
Yeah. Oh, he's like, there's this guy on Instagram I follow, and he makes bug videos, and he like lets wasps sting him and stuff. And every so often, he'll just have this random video of him like opening his mouth, and like 5 wasps just crawl out, and he's just sitting there like chill.
Yep.
Just completely oblivious that he was just eating bugs. I don't know. It was so weird. But he's awesome. He just has no fear.
Mm.
Oh, the camera grain's gone. Woo! Now it's back.
Yep.
Hey, that looks good.
Yep.
I like it. I like
Thank
it a
you.
lot.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Oh ho ho.
Wow.
Oh ho ho. It looks very, 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 very good.
Thank
Round
you.
of applause.
I'm actually quite happy with the way that it turned out.
Yes. Very
The-
spooky.
Those patches of sunlight are really doing something.
Yeah. No, that looks good. I really like the really bright windows behind him.
Mhm.
Just to like sort of, I don't know, it's sort of matrixy. I like it.
Yeah, his coat very much does remind me of like Morpheus, especially because he's like
He's
the
standing
same
with like his
silhouette.
legs apart and his hands behind his back.
Yeah, just like Morpheus does in the first movie when he's in front of that window.
Yep. Nah, that looks good.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You know, you also could have just drawn a giant bee in front of the camera and just be like, yeah, I was lazy and I didn't do anything. The bee covered it. No, this is great.
Thank you.
Wait. I just realized this is a parking lot, right?
Mhm.
It goes from B6 to A7?
Yeah, I have no idea why. That's just what it looked like.
You could talk about the lore implications of this.
I'm pretty
He's
sure that
time
this...
traveling. I don't know how that works.
I don't know.
Well,
Yeah.
very good.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, now my turn. I will start recording. There we go.
This is a good video.
Yep, it'll go for an extended runtime. This is the director's cut.
My thing was 5 minutes.
Well, you get to see me for another 30. Well, here's some stuff I was drawing earlier.
Beautiful. I love it.
Yeah, I was happy with the Mickey Mouse style Mario because I was watching some Mickey Mouse shorts, like Runaway Brain, which Disney has buried.
Yeah, if something doesn't do like spectacularly with Disney, they're like, no one's gonna see this.
I think that they canceled it. They haven't even put it on Disney Plus, even though it's like one of the best animated things I've seen Disney do, because I guess it's just like a way of I don't know, Mickey Mouse that Disney's not happy with.
Not on brand anymore.
Like it's quite dark compared to other Disney stuff. I don't know.
Yeah.
The character gets vaporized. Yeah, and there's like sexy jokes made on Minnie's behalf. I can see Disney's reasons for not wanting people to unearth it again, but I think it's really good. Got me into the Halloween spirit.
Well,
I
that's
like how
good at least.
Kelvin's just appearing in the
That's
background.
awesome.
Yeah, I love how he's just playing Valorant in the background.
Valorant.
What?
I said I love how you just played Valorant in the background, even though you knew I was gonna record.
I'll be quiet. I'm sorry. Okay, it's a very tense game.
You literally got on as I was, you knew that I was doing this.
It's fine. You can just cut me out. It's all good. Hello,
Well,
viewers.
The
Well,
power of
Like,
editing,
subscribe,
Jadzia,
follow my
okay, will
YouTube
make
channel,
everything better.
It's not when he's talking on top of me. I can only do so
you
much.
can. With the power of editing, you can literally cut
I
out his
love you.
voice, okay?
You're right.
Also
I'm
love my
sorry.
voice.
I should just believe in
AI.
myself.
That's why AI exists, to do the impossible. Okay, what movie should I do? There's so many. I watched Scream recently, so
Oh yeah.
I guess Scream, because it's fresh in my mind.
I mean, sure. No, I shouldn't say
Well-
that.
What?
I was just gonna say that everybody thirsts after Ghostface.
Oh, okay.
You haven't been on that part of the internet, have you?
Oh, I've been to way worse spots than that. But
All right, never mind then.
you know, I didn't realize that so many people like Ghostface. I mean, lots of people like Halloween Killers, right?
Yes,
He's just like
I think it's
very,
because,
very iconic.
I think it's also because Ghostface is literally just a guy.
Yeah, and he's always a different person.
Yeah, so
Like he's always.
he could be hot underneath.
It's true. In the first movie, he was like the boyfriend.
Yeah.
So you know, he was conventionally like Leonardo DiCaprio sort of character looking, except it was two people. The insane.
Spoilers.
Oh, have you not
Spoilers.
seen it?
No, I've seen it.
Okay.
Or at least, like, I've seen the
Sorry,
ending.
guys. I'm sorry for spoiling a 30-year-old movie. Jadzia
Yeah.
doesn't want me to. Just go watch it, uncultured swine. Don't just turn off this right now. Go and watch Scream.
Wow, we're already at the stage where we're insulting our viewers.
Why not? I want to get a picture of Ghostface up. I have to make use of that reference thing that you told me about eons ago.
Oh yeah, Pure Ref. Anyone watching it, and you want to get like reference and put it all in a collage, just get Pure Ref. It's free with an optional donation.
Very cool.
Yeah. I believe
I
I
didn't
gave
give them any money because I believe in free.
I think I gave them some money.
Suck up. Boo.
Ooh, capitalism.
Ah. Oh, it's just a metaphor for capitalism.
I love that movie so much. I
Yep.
recently just got the Steel box set, which has the Ultra HD and the Blu-ray.
Ooh.
Yeah, loving that.
Yep.
I
We just
I
bought it on
watched-
Google Play.
I watched the entire thing while drawing characters from that movie.
Yep.
I had like I recently, or actually technically Kelvin bought it from IKEA.
Yep.
This like little breakfast table that you
Yeah.
put in bed that you're supposed to put food on. I use it
Okay.
to put my iPad on so that I could draw while I'm in bed or on the couch. Because before that, I had to like prop up one of my knees and then put it on my knee,
Yep.
which is uncomfortable if you're drawing for an extended period of time, which I am usually.
I am so considerate towards you.
Yes, thank you. I do love the breakfast table.
Mm-mm-mm. Wait until you see what I got you for next week.
What?
What?
It's not my birthday next week.
I could give you things without it being your birthday.
All right, I'm not gonna complain.
That's true.
I don't
He's
know,
literally
that's
your
why I'm not
boyfriend,
sure about
okay?
your
Let him
birthday.
give you
Maybe
stuff.
for your birthday.
God, I miss the days of DVD box sets.
I know.
I bought the Star Wars, like all 6 movies
Oh
on
yeah.
Blu-ray back when that was like the gold standard of quality.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, that was just sort of what I had. And it was great. It had all the special bonus features and whatever. That was what I had liked.
I love the special features of
Oh,
movies.
they're awesome. Deleted scenes and everything.
Yeah, deleted scenes, bloopers, all of that stuff.
Yeah.
Sometimes they'd have like a funky little menu thing.
Yep. Forgive me, I'm just restarting this ghost face. I want to make him more stylized.
That's alright. This
Okay.
video needed to be longer anyway.
I should have Drew Barrymore's character. Because the beginning part of Scream is like the scariest bit.
Oh yeah.
Because I feel for her. Because you know she's like dead before she even picks up the phone.
Well,
like you're trapped in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, that's true. Although I believe that opening scene was supposed to be subversive.
Yeah, like you're like, oh, is this the main character that we're gonna follow? No.
Yeah, is this our final girl?
Ghostface is such a nerd.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, what's the killer from Friday the 13th? No, it's not Jason, you stupid girl.
Actually, I recently watched that movie as well. Has a young Kevin Bacon in it.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Who did he play?
Well, one of the guys. There's like 5 people in it. You could figure out who he is.
Okay,
the one who looks like Kevin Bacon.
I didn't even look at the cast list. I was just like, I was watching the movie and I only recognize Kevin Bacon when he's like 60.
I only know them when they're middle-aged.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, he's in that. And
that's cool.
I've been trying to get Calvin to watch more like older movies because some of those older movies really slap.
Yep. You know that Josh Brolin was in The Goonies?
I believe I did know that.
Yeah, and he's like completely different. You wouldn't be able to tell like that he's a big giant purple alien.
Yeah, it's funny how that works.
I know. I don't know. What have you been to see any new movies recently? Did you go and see the FNAF movie?
I didn't get to actually because I was sick and my extended family, I think it was my brother's idea. He wanted to go see it on last Friday, which was the 28th. But I got sick, so I didn't get to go.
Yeah.
And I was kind of upset about it. But I'll probably see it in the following weeks.
Okay, well, I won't spoil it.
I know that Josh Hutcherson's in it. I know that. that's the extent of my knowledge. Oh yeah, that too.
There's no, I actually enjoyed it. Like, it was fun. I thought it was very fun. A good movie. Like, it's not like whatever people are like, oh, it's not amazingly deep or whatever. It's like, well, no,
it's
but
the FNAF
it's
movie.
FNAF. Yeah.
What did you expect?
Like, I went there to go and see funny animatronics and
Josh Hutcherson.
And unfortunately Markiplier, who was not in it. Dang it, the milkman.
We'll just have to deal with
it. My bad. I'm literally figuring out how to pose this as I go. I have no plan for what it's gonna look like.
That's okay. I should really stop being so hard on myself. I'm like, man, this picture's not that great. And then everyone's like, wow. And I'm like, oh.
Everyone's like, wow, look at Caleb. Look at him pose things incorrectly.
I think the way that you draw is pretty cool. Because I think we have very different drawing styles.
Yeah, I really enjoy watching people who have different styles to me draw rather than like other cartoonists. Because like I just enjoy watching people draw and find different strategies to do things that I wouldn't have thought of.
Yes, it's very interesting, very educational.
Yeah. Like your drawings are a lot more centered on like perspective and realistic proportions. Like
Mm-hmm.
I can barely draw a damn phone.
Oh, that's what you're drawing. I thought you were drawing a knife, and I was like, man, that's a funny knife handle.
Yeah, he's beating Drew Barrymore to death with a doorknob.
He
I
pulled it
mean-
off the fridge.
Yeah, and what? How? I'm deleting this. You don't even hold a phone by gripping it like a banana. I was trying to draw him. I want to draw him like on the porch, and she's like sitting behind the window, but they're like talking on the phone.
Oh yeah.
And he's like, "I've got your boyfriend outside." Here we go. Okay.
Oh,
I'm
yes.
I'm gonna make him really straight, like he's just sort of a floating cloak.
Like No Face from Spirited Away.
Exactly. Thank you for saying that, because I wouldn't have said that. I did watch Spirited Away recently as well. I showed it
yeah?
to my brother. He's never seen it before.
How'd you like it?
He liked it. I mean, it's really bizarre, but he likes that sort of thing.
Yes, with
We watched Totoro as well.
Oh yes, I saw that recently as well.
Yep.
Very whimsical.
That movie, the two kids in Totoro, they're like the most childish kids on, like, out of any movie I think I've seen. Like they just feel very real.
The most realistic yeah.
Like I can see any sort of realistic portrayal of a child in that movie. It just feels like, yeah, kids do act like that instead of given lines and whatever.
Yeah. Did you watch the English dub or the Japanese version?
I like the English dub.
That's fair. I believe Dakota and Elle Fanning played the sisters in that one.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, very, very young Ellie Fanning.
Yep.
I mean, I like the English dub just because, you know, it's easier to follow along than looking at subtitles because, you know, it's my 12-year-old brother, so...
Yeah, that's true. That's fair enough.
Yeah. But also because I think English carries very well in that movie.
Yeah, it does. The only
I just
reason
like the voices.
I do think that Studio Ghibli does cast all of their movies very well.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if you've seen Howl's Moving Castle.
Oh, I love that movie.
Yeah, in the English dub, Christian Bale plays Howl.
Really?
Yeah.
I know that Billy Crystal plays the fire.
Yes, that is true.
Which is amazing, because I was like, wait, that's just Mike Wazowski. Like,
it's just Mike Wazowski as a fire. What?
Nah, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was Christian Bale, though.
Yes, it's...
What's the new... There's a new Ghibli movie. Sorry, I keep cutting you off.
No, it's okay.
There's a new Ghibli movie, The Boy and the Heron, I think it's called.
Yes.
And they've got, like, a whole list of celebrities doing the English dub that's going to be released or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Can't believe they're still making movies. I didn't know. I thought they sort of stopped.
Well, that's the thing, right? Miyazaki, the guy who makes all of the movies.
Yeah.
He has, like, said multiple times, he's like, all right, everyone, this is my last movie. For real.
Yeah, he's like Elton John. Oh, this is my last concert, guys. Buy tickets now for my fifth one.
Yeah, and it's like, yeah, all right, man. We'll see you in your next movie.
I saw this this article recently. I think it was Miyazaki, and it was like, Miyazaki complains about like a fast food restaurant or something. He's like, he calls Macca's burgers or something an affront to nature, and I just laughed. I was like, why is this getting any sort of coverage at all?
He is very passionate about very weird things.
Yeah.
He gets like so...
Well, he does make weird movies, so, you know, art imitates life sometimes like that.
That's so true. He's like... it's so hard to explain if you've like heard anything about his personality.
Yeah.
because he's like very like
Oh, I need everything to be right.
basically. I believe his son made a movie at some point, and
Really?
yeah, but he didn't like it.
Like an anime?
Yeah, but Hayao Miyazaki, he's very like critical of that sort of stuff, and he's like, oh, it's not as good as it could have been, and I'm like,
I
bruh.
disown you as my son.
Yeah, I'm like, bruh, it's not that deep. Like, just say that he did a good job. Like, it's his first movie. Come on, man.
Be a supportive dad.
Yeah, he's like, he's that kind of person, and I admit that he makes very good art, and I love it very, very much, and it's touched the hearts of a lot of people, and I know that, but I think everyone who knows about his personality is like, yeah, he's a grumpy guy.
Dang. That makes me sad, because his movies are also joyful. So I was like, oh, he must be this, like, happy, jolly guy, sort of like Japanese Santa. He's just, like, making really fun movies, and he's just, like, the best man ever. Little did I know.
Well, the funny thing is, do you know the illustrator Junji Ito?
Yeah.
Yeah. People online compare both of them because Hayao Miyazaki is like a grumpy guy who makes very whimsical things, but Junji Ito is a very happy, very whimsical guy, but he makes like the scariest horror that you've ever seen.
Yep.
But like anytime you see an interview with him, he's just always so happy. And
Yeah,
so
it's
cheerful.
often like that. It's really weird.
And he loves cats.
Yep. People who make horror are either really scary or
yeah, their
really,
work reflects
really
their
nice.
personality or the opposite.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that Junji Ito's is the opposite, because I
What has he made again?
He's made like a bunch of stuff. There's like let me see. I'm gonna get up some of the books that he's made. I believe a lot of the stories that he's made are short stories, and they're just like compiled.
Oh yeah, he made stories, not illustrations, didn't he?
So
Or
let's see.
is he the guy who makes like really eldritch looking images?
Yeah, he's made a few like recurring characters, but a lot of the time his stories are basically just like, hey, look at this, isn't this messed up and scary? Woo!
Yeah, I've seen this style.
Yeah. It's very, very distinctly him, and I love it.
Yep.
He's a very good artist, and I very much like the way that he draws.
I remember this image of the girl with like the spiral brain in her head.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I was gonna buy a shirt with that image on it. I remember when AI art first took off, people were doing like, oh, Junji Ito style.
Yeah. You can't beat the original though. His art is just so good. Yeah,
it's true.
He's great.
You want to know? You want to hear a controversy?
Oh, here we go.
You want to hear my really based
hot
opinion?
take?
Yeah, this is a very, very hot take, so I'm gonna anger a lot of anime fans out there.
Ugh.
I don't like the Dragon Ball art style.
Oh, I mean,
I don't.
I can kind of understand that.
I can appreciate how well Dragon Ball is animated, but I don't like the way the characters look. They look strange. I like Goku's face. Just I don't know.
Well,
like all the proportions are out of whack, and the hair looks like solid objects kind of clipped onto his head. I don't know.
No. I get it.
I feel like you're gonna reach through the computer and like grab my throat.
No, I don't really care about anime that much to want to strangle you.
Yeah.
I understand that it's like it's a strange art style, and I do kind of agree with some of the things that you said, but on the other hand, it's very iconic.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? That's why it's a hot take. I mean, I admire like, don't get me wrong, I admire strange animation styles, and I'm not gonna gripe about Dragon Ball's art style. Like, I'll still watch Dragon Ball. I used to watch it as a kid. I do like Dragon Ball because it's just like so over the top insane.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. There's just like there's better art styles out there.
I mean, listen, if it makes you feel better, I'm not a huge fan of the art style of One Piece.
Ooh.
Again,
Ooh, that's where we draw the line, okay? You're allowed to listen to me rant about what I don't like, but you cannot talk to me about what I like. Okay? My hypocritical rant is over.
I've crossed the line now.
Yeah. No, it's okay. I mean...
The one thing that, like... It's a weird opinion about One Piece's art style, but I know people are going to say that it's, like, the body proportions, which I guess is kind of true, but the thing that I super don't like is the fact that they have really wide mouths.
Yeah. No, I see that. They can make the characters look really ugly when they're all, like, gasping or whatever. They've got, like, massive mouths and whatever.
It looks fine on Luffy, but everyone else, it looks very strange.
It looks wrong, yeah. No, I like One Piece.
I'm just gonna cut this out of this video.
No, don't. This is good.
This is good stuff.
I like One Piece more than I like Dragon Ball, but I think they changed animation studio, didn't they? Like for the later episodes.
I mean,
compared to the early stuff, there was a studio that animated One Piece from the beginning, and then they changed. And Luffy's, I don't know, some of the designs of the characters don't look as good anymore. Like, Luffy isn't as expressive as he used to be. Like, he had bigger eyes and stuff in the earlier...
chapters?
Episodes? Yeah, the earlier chapters, episodes, yeah. He had, like, bigger eyes and more... like a younger face. I don't know. All the characters look nicer in the earlier episodes.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And Nami's boobs were a normal size.
Yeah, and they weren't flaunted around on the screen. That's another thing I could go into. I don't know. Pandering kind of sucks.
Yeah, it does.
I
feel like it's also strange how, like, they didn't do it in the earlier episodes, but then they do it later on. Like, you already have your viewer base, man. You don't need to do this.
Yeah, especially when half your viewer base is, like, children. One Piece was localized by 4 kids, like in America.
Oh, yeah.
So it was, like, they did have in mind that there was a kid, like a child audience. I just realized I stopped drawing. I was too busy looking at One Piece pictures. Drew Barrymore. What does she look like in Scream? I gotta look.
She has like a bob.
Because when I think of Drew Barrymore, I think of not blonde. I think of her in like Donnie Darko, where she's got long brown hair.
I think of her in that movie Ever After. Have you seen that movie?
I don't think I have.
It is so good. It's basically the story of Cinderella, but it's like somewhat historically accurate. Obviously, it's like not completely historically accurate because it's a made-up movie. It's a made-up story, but
yeah,
I like it.
Godmother.
Well,
very realistic.
Well, there's actually no fairy godmother in that one.
What?
No, guess who like is the surrogate fairy godmother in that?
Joe?
It's Leonardo da Vinci.
Wait, really?
Yeah, Leonardo da Vinci is in Ever After.
That's interesting. I didn't even think that it was set in Italy. Is the movie set in Italy?
I believe it is, yeah.
That's so weird. How interesting. I mean, yeah, that's cool.
Oh yeah, I just remembered Drew Barrymore also did some not great things with the strike. I only just remembered that. Yeah.
I haven't been keeping up. As soon as the writer's strike was over, as soon as the animation strike was over, okay, I didn't care anymore.
Well, I got
That's
I
a
got
joke,
my
by the way.
I got my
That's a
stuff back.
joke.
I'm gonna throw
I
that
care
away.
about actors.
Yes, we know this.
Yes.
Just for reasons. This is a joke.
Continue.
We
Continue
didn't mean
about
this.
Ruth Barrymore.
She basically crossed the picket line. What did she do exactly? I just remember that she just did something that was essentially scabbing. Oh, right. All of the talk show hosts, which Drew Barrymore is one now,
Right.
they
Really?
kept, yes, she has her
Man,
own
I
talk
am
show.
not keeping up with anything.
Hey, I haven't seen any of the episodes. I just know that it exists. But she had
Okay.
her own show, and all of the talk show hosts collectively agreed that they were not going to air any new episodes until the writer's strike was over.
Okay.
And she did that. And not only did she air new episodes before the strike was over, but she only had to wait for like less than a week.
Ooh.
Because then the strike ended like a week later, or less than a week
Ooh.
later. And then
Yeah.
and then everyone was like, you just had to wait for like a few more days.
Rip.
But she couldn't even do that. And so now the writers are like, bruh. It was also a rule during the strike that actors weren't allowed to do any press junkets for any new movies that were coming out, which is why there hasn't been very, very much press for things like Oppenheimer and the Barbie movie as much
Thank God.
as much as there would have been if the strike didn't happen, because I think they did like a few press junkets and press stuff and whatnot, but yeah, it wasn't a lot.
Well, that's good. I'm sick of press around movies. I'm sick of seeing movies online. I don't know. I'm sick of it.
Yeah, it was. I think it was the perfect time that the strike happened, because I'm like, cool, well, I heard about Barbenheimer, and now I can stop hearing about it.
Yeah, exactly.
As much as I love the Barbie movie, I didn't see Oppenheimer, by the way. As much as I love the Barbie movie.
I haven't seen either.
Well,
because my friends, they all ditched me, and I couldn't end up going.
aw, you poor soul.
I know.
You
But
wanna...
I did go and see Killers of the Flower Moon recently.
What movie is that one?
It's by Martin Scorsese, and it's got Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh.
And it's based in the 1920s. It's about Native Americans.
Oh, is that the one
oil.
with Brendan Fraser in it?
Yeah, he shows up for like not much of the film, but he's in it.
I do like Brendan Fraser.
Yeah, well, if you watch this movie, Brendan Fraser's not really in it.
Fine, The Mummy it is then. Again.
Fine, George of the Jungle it is then.
I did
Why
actually.
not?
I did watch that before. There are so many scenes of Brendan Fraser with his shirt off in that movie.
Yep. I mean, he's just in a loincloth the whole movie.
Well, I'm glad that he's started acting again after what happened to him. Do you know what happened to him?
Didn't he get doesn't he have a medical condition? Ah, completely wrong reason. No, I didn't know.
I don't know if he has a medical condition. He might. I mean, he's middle-aged now.
Why did he get blacklisted?
So basically, he got blacklisted because he was sexually assaulted by by someone in the industry.
I do remember this now.
And I think he told people or threatened to tell people, and so he was blacklisted because of it.
Because he was harassed by
someone. By someone who was higher up. Dang,
that's brutal.
That, and his wife divorced him and forced him to pay child support, and
Jeez. All because of that.
I don't know if it was because of that, but it was just a lot of bad things that happened at once.
That's really sad.
It is.
It's lucky that he is getting work. I mean, people do show sympathy for this sort of thing now.
Yes, and I'm very happy about that.
Yeah.
I believe there was like he had a short little meet and greet / interview with somebody online. And she basically told him that she and a lot of other people on the internet were like so happy that he started acting again and that they're so proud of him and they support him 100%, and then he like started crying.
Now let's get George of the Jungle 3.
Yes.
George
George of the Jungle 2 wasn't the same without him.
It's true. Who did play George of the Jungle in the second one?
I don't know.
I never saw it. I just know it exists.
George of the Jungle 2. It was an actor named Christopher Showerman.
Okay.
What has he been in?
Typical Disney direct-to-video sequel.
What's he been in? Nothing that I've seen.
Exactly.
No, I've not seen any of these things. Oh, he was in...
What are the top movies in his portfolio?
He was in Scooby-Doo and the Beach Beastie.
So he's like a voice actor?
I don't know. He was in Annabelle, apparently.
Okay.
He was in Smoke Filled My Lungs.
No, I've never seen that.
He was... Oh my god.
What?
I'm just going to read you
your mic cut out, so I didn't
Oh, that's okay. I'm gonna read you the synopsis and then I'm gonna tell you the title of this movie.
Okay.
Stuck in isolation due to the COVID-19 pandemic, residents in an apartment building must learn to rely on each other during the difficult times. The movie is called #MyCorona.
Like the song, My Sharona?
I don't know.
That sounds insane. I'd watch that.
I'm trying to find... I'm trying to find ratings for this movie. I can't find them.
Rip.
That's not a good sign.
It's probably because it's been seen by a majority of like a total of 2 people.
Mm.
Or it wasn't even released anywhere.
Yeah, there's no audience score for it on Rotten Tomatoes. There's nothing.
Damn.
What?
I mean, I've seen much more mainstream stuff never get reviewed anyway, so I don't know. Some things are just lost to time forever.
Yeah, I think this movie was probably like really topical, and then by the time it came out, it wasn't like...
It already didn't age well.
Yeah.
Anything about COVID just doesn't age well. I watched the new Futurama season.
Mm-hmm.
And it was pretty good. I liked some of the episodes, but some of the other episodes, they're gonna age very, very poorly.
Oh yeah.
Like they made like a parody. They sort of comment on more topical stuff, and one of the episodes was about COVID, and but it was about like, they called it Explovid-19.
Love that.
No, Explovid-23. And I was like, oh, I see. It's like a parody of COVID, so they're not going to mention COVID or whatever. In the first 5 minutes, they straight up just mentioned COVID, and I was like, this is great.
Oh, man. What else did I do during Halloween? Oh, yeah, I went to the life drawing class that I said that I was going to go to.
Ah, yeah, how was that?
So it turns out they did get naked.
Well, isn't that what you go to do?
Well, I thought that they were going to wear, like, head-to-toe costumes.
Right. Well, I can't believe you almost roped me into that, because you were like, oh yeah, they'll be wearing costumes. Or...
I didn't know. And then they got naked and I was like, well, it's a good thing Caleb's not here. And I was like, wow, I dodged a bullet. Whew.
Yep.
Because I don't want to make my acquaintances and friends see naked people without knowing that beforehand.
Oh, I see. I'm just an acquaintance now. Okay.
Well, I mean, you're invited to my birthday party. That's pretty friend statusy, so...
Yeah. But
Yes, so
this is a terrible picture.
I think it looks fine.
I wish, I don't know, if I had more time and I wasn't recording it and I'd actually remembered to do the damn drawing,
this
I
is your
would've-
this is your punishment for not doing it.
I know. And the lines are very, very inconsistent and not clean.
I like that though.
It's just sort of a sketch. Oh, here we go. This is all I want to do right now, because if it was cleaner, like if it was like my Mario stuff over here, and I actually like bothered to give them any sort of depth.
It stresses me out how many illustrations you have open.
I know, I've got 30. Don't tell anyone. Just crop that bit out. I don't know, I just never save them. And every time my computer crashes, I recover all of them. Fair enough.
I mean, what you could do is
people can learn from my
some-
business model.
Yeah, just keep everything open.
Well, I am happy. You know what? Even though that I sort of rushed Drew Barrymore, I am happy with how long his face is. Like, I like how I've sort of stylized the mask.
I do like that
But-
as well.
That is all.
That's all, folks. I'm sorry.
Hubba-dee-ba-do. Hubba-da-hubba-da. Giggity go.
That was like 3 different characters that you just did.
I know. It's just they all sound the same. You
You did Porky Pig, and then Popeye, and then Quagmire.
know? Peter, remember the time I was all 3?
Also, vaguely Ned Flanders as well.
Howdy ho, neighbor. Let's think of a proper outro for this video, though. Well, have a happy belated Halloween, everyone.
Yes.
I
Good night.
don't know when this will come out, but watch spooky movies all year round. That's the moral of this video.
Yep.
Scream is good. FNAF is pretty fun. Go watch that.